Hi, I'm Savannah Ford, and I'm the consultant for Red Robin. So, Red Robin is a burger joint in Ashley Park in Noonan, and their main competitors are other restaurants in Ashley Park. So, Ashley Park is a place where you can do a bunch of different things. You can go see a movie, you can go shopping, you can go to a bookstore, and because you can do so many different things, a lot of customers go there daily. So, Red Robin's main competitive advantage is its location, but it does share that location with other restaurants, so that makes them their other competitors. And the main thing is that Red Robin is the only one that really offers that quality burger. Their burger is definitely the best and most high quality in the other places, while they have cheaper prices and friendly service as well. So, Red Robin's culture is really a culture of acceptance. They want the employees to come and feel welcome and feel like they can be who they are. And when customers feel that atmosphere around them, they feel welcome as well. And they feel like they are able to really diverge into the culture of Red Robin. And so, since Red Robin accepts everyone as they come, they also accept those customers as they come as well, which gives everyone a comfortable atmosphere. So, there are a lot of different positions within Red Robin. There are servers, there are hosts, there are cooks, and there are bartenders, and of course, there is also management. So, while management believes that every single one of these positions is very important to make sure that the job gets done and done correctly, I believe, as the consultant, that the cook's job is the most important. So, the cook's job is really what makes everything go well. It's the one that makes sure that the customer is getting what they need and getting what they need exactly. It has to be fast and paced and organized, and so I do believe that while every job is important, the cook's is the most important. And so that is what I have discovered as the consultant. So, some things that you need to be really good as a cook is you need to be organized, you need to be fast paced, you need to be able to communicate with all the other employees, especially the servers. The servers and the cooks need to communicate at all times so that everything can be completed to the customer's satisfaction. And so they also need to be able to cooperate and be friendly with the other employees. This is very important because there has been some conflicts in the past, so it is very important for everyone to be able to get along. So, in the hiring process, there are a lot of questionnaires. They want to know if you are going to be able to stay with Red Robin for a long period of time. And if you are, then they want to find the right position for you. If you're interested in management eventually, then they want to know how long you're going to be there, and maybe you could get a promotion at some point. Or if you like cooking and you want to stay as a cook, but you want to rise in ranks as well, they want someone who's going to be there for a long period of time and who's going to really join the family of Red Robin. They want someone that they can depend on, and they will be someone that you can depend on as well. And of course, when you show up to your interview, the main thing that they're looking for is that you have that positive attitude and that enthusiastic approach towards your work. They want you to have good work ethic. And so they want your body language to be open, especially if you're going to be a server. They want you to be positive and friendly, and they want you to be ready to put in the work that it requires to be in the restaurant business. So, some traits that aren't really that effective are being argumentative. Some people are just naturally argumentative, and that's really just not going to work in this atmosphere with high tense customers and stressful things going on at all times. So being argumentative might not be the best thing to be in this exact situation. Also, if you're unorganized or you have anxiety or you're just naturally slow paced or you can't be cooperative within a team, this might not be the best place for you to work. But there are ways that management makes it where you can train for those deficiencies if you feel that you do have high anxiety or you are just naturally slow paced. So, if when you first are hired, they're going to pair you with a peer, somebody who has worked there for a long time. So, someone who already knows all the ropes and who's already done everything more than once. And so, you're going to be paired with them. And so you can see how everything goes. You can decide if this is really for you. And by being paired with them, you can also see what they do and how they handle certain situations. And so I think that this is a really good approach. And also, if you're still not getting the ropes, then management will step in and they will kind of mentor that individual so that you can do better in that position. But I do think that the peer training is the best way because they're seeing firsthand how everything is done, and they're learning it through someone else's eyes that they can relate to. Someone probably similar in age and also similar in experience. So I do think that they do this very well. I think that what they're doing is the best way to train for these deficiencies. So at the moment, there are 3 managers that run Red Robin in Newnan: Christopher Collins, Shatana Epps, and Andrew Meekins. The main leadership style that I observed was Christopher's, and he is very motivating, encouraging, and he believes in communication 100%, especially with the kitchen staff. He believes that everyone needs to be communicating to make sure that every customer receives exactly what they ordered and exactly what they wanted. Although Chris is a little tough in some ways, he does believe that holding people accountable is the best way to make sure that they are doing their best. But he also believes that holding himself accountable will make you want to hold yourself accountable as well. So he makes sure that he does not do anything that he should not be doing, and he holds himself accountable, and he hopes that you do the same, and he will hold you accountable as well. So I do believe that Christopher Collins' leadership style was the best way to lead. He's leading by example. He's leading by showing them this is what he's going to be doing, and he wants you to do the same. A lot of the other managers were very hands-off, and I think that Christopher's is a lot better because he is very hands-on, and he wants you to know that he's there for you. And also, if whenever someone messes up, he's going to be there to make sure that everything goes well and runs more smoothly, even if there's a mistake happening. So job efficiency is the most important for cooks. Cooks have to be fast-paced, they have to be organized, and they have to be making sure that everything is going quickly. And therefore, they have to be very efficient in their position. And the reason why is because some customers can come in and be out in 30 to 45 minutes if every cook is doing their job correctly. So if they're going quick and efficient, then therefore the customers can be out and about their day before they know it. So yes, this is the most efficient, and more efficiency is the most important. So job characteristics for cooks, like I've mentioned, that's the most important is being organized and that fast-paced. Now, the characteristic that isn't that desired would probably be that positive attitude. That's more towards the servers. Because while you do need to be friendly and cooperative with your team, you don't need to be positive 100% because we understand that you're in a hot kitchen. It's not exactly the most comfortable environment for everyone, but we do also want you to be cooperative with everyone. But like I said, that positive attitude isn't as desired if you're going to be working behind a hot stove all day. And quality can be tracked and measured through Christopher Collins. He's going to be making sure that everything that leaves the kitchen is going out correctly. It's looking exactly like it's supposed to. It's got everything that the customer wanted. And if something goes wrong, if there's a mistake that had been made by one of the cooks, he takes it upon himself to fix that mistake, as he does do a lot of the cooking as well. So if a mistake occurs and a customer complains, he will take it upon himself to fix that mistake so that the cook does not feel the same pressure put on them again. So in this way, he is doing his job as a manager by making sure that everyone is comfortable and also that no one is put in overly stressful situations. So expectancy may be lacking due to the current job market. As we all know, it's a little stressful right now. I really do think that we could increase expectancy through performance appraisals and more encouragement. Like, I feel like a lot of the employees are having problems because they don't feel appreciated in what they're doing. And I really do feel like even just performance appraisals, telling them every single time they do something right that they are doing it right, is the way to go. A lot of employees just don't feel like they are appreciated right now, and they need to be able to feel like their management are happy about them doing their job. So right now, the main motivating strategy is those performance incentives from the high pay that cooks receive. Although I do feel like their pay system is it could have a little improvement, especially since the cooks are paid on an hourly basis. Then we might be able to do some bonuses or maybe some promotion through the ranks. I do think that that would be better than what is happening right now, so that would be what I would suggest. So cooks and hosts are paid on an hourly basis, and managers are paid on a salary basis, and servers and bartenders are paid based on tips. And I feel like that this system of pay could definitely do better. I feel like bartenders and servers should not have to rely on tips completely, because that is very unreliable. And while they might have some really good days, like those Fridays and Saturdays and game days where the crowds are getting rowdy and things like that, I also feel like it is very unreliable and that they might not like having to rely on other people to make their money. And so I feel like if it's possible, we might want to fix that pay system in some way or adjust it to where every single server wants to come in because their pay is stable and it is reliable and they believe that they will get paid instead of it depending on the generosity of customers. So greed doesn't really occur within this organization because most of the time, if people are just in it for the money, they do not stay that long, as it can be a very unreliable business sometimes. And the cooks are the ones that have to be the most efficient and stable, so not everyone is cut out to be a cook. And so, therefore, if you were in it for the greed or you were in it for the money, they typically don't stay too long because it is such a high stress situation and an overall high stress environment. So Red Robin really does try to work with your current schedule. They want you to know that even if you're a student or if you have another job, then they're there for you. And they really do try to make sure that you know that they are flexible and they're a family for you. And so even if you're having an argument with a customer, they make sure that you can walk away for a couple minutes and take a breather and come back. They want to be flexible and they want you to know that everything is okay and that they accept you and it's all right to let them know what is going on. So the main way that Red Robin increases job satisfaction is through organizational commitment. I've noticed that a lot of the employees that work for Red Robin really do feel that organizational commitment towards them, and they've been there for a long time because they feel like Red Robin cares about them. They care about Red Robin, and so they care about them. And I think that that is a really good way. They really do treat each other like family. They will take each other's shifts if they need to, or they will swap shifts, and they really do try to get along with everyone, and they try to make sure that everything is still working within the organization. So the cooks are the ones that make our product, and the servers are the ones that serve the product, and communication needs to be occurring between the server and the cook at all times to make sure that the customer gets what they need. And like I said before, quality is checked by Christopher, and so the most we can get out of accuracy and speed is when those servers and cooks are communicating to the full extent. So when the server takes the order, they need to make sure that the cook is getting it immediately and that the cook is able to work with it. Sometimes places can get backed up, so it might take a little bit of time, but they do need to be able to communicate and ask questions about certain orders. So lately, as we all know, COVID has caused some communication problems as people have been trying to wear the masks or other things like that. And so there have been communication problems in the past due to the fact that masks have muffled what the customers have ordered or what the server is saying to the cook. But as COVID lifts, I'm pretty sure that those communication errors are going to lift as well. So while Christopher Collins does have power to supervise over the kitchen staff, he also believes that in order to get the most out of his employees, then he needs to treat them as he would want to be treated, and so he does not hold that power over them. And he makes sure that they know that while he does have power over them, that they are going to be treated exactly how he would want to as well, and that he treats them to the best that he can. So there has been some conflict at Red Robin, and the main reason it could be because of relationships. So a lot of businesses do have contracts where you're not allowed to get into relationships with other staff members, but Red Robin does not have that. And so sometimes there is relationship conflict between people, and management has discovered that the best way to deal with this is to separate them, have one manager speak to one person, have another manager speak to another person, and to really discover what the core issue is. So while relationship conflict might be the most prevalent, task conflict is what is going to be resolved first. We are all there at Red Robin to make sure that the job is being completed. We don't want to be having problems with the task of fulfilling the customer's satisfaction. And so I think that Red Robin is handling everything in light of COVID very well. They have really had some struggles here and there, and while I do think there are better ways to compensate their workers and to deal with stressful situations, I think that they are doing a very good job for right now, and that is my observation of Red Robin. Thank you.